Alright, number 1. Mount Bromo is a volcano in East Java, Indonesia. You can hike up the mountain nearby for sunrise and get an incredible view of Mount Bromo. And then later in the day you can actually hike up to Mount Bromo and walk around the thin rim of the volcano and look down into the crater. Take a boat on INLE Lake in Myanmar. This place is like nothing I've ever seen. The people live in houses built on stilts right over the lake, and you'll see floating gardens and markets and just everything. Mount IJEN is a volcano in Indonesia that's famous for the blue fire. When you go before sunrise, you hike into the crater and catch this blue fire that you can only see before the first light. You'll also witness the people working at the bottom, collecting and moving huge pieces of sulfur, and then you'll also get a view of the enormous acidic crater lake. Swimming with sardines in MOALBOAL. This is an incredible experience you have to see for yourself. Right offshore in MOALBOAL, Philippines, you can swim right out to the schools of thousands or millions of sardines. Snorkeling in Indonesia is one of the best things you can do here. Pretty much anywhere I went, I'd walk offshore and start snorkeling in these amazing coral reefs with all different types of fish and sea creatures, and I also got to swim right next to a bunch of sea turtles. It was amazing. Walking Ferry Stream in MYANMAR was one of my favorite experiences in Southeast Asia. You'll walk along a shallow stream surrounded by jungle and red sand dunes, and at the end, there's even a waterfall and a small village in the jungle. The trains in Myanmar are interesting, inside and out. This is the best way to really get a feel for the people and the culture of this country. Exploring northern Thailand by scooter. Scooter is the best way to get around here, and it's freeing to be able to drive yourself. Anywhere you go, there are tons of waterfalls, forests, canyons, and just a ton of things to do. When you go by scooter, you can get to places where no other tourists are. Monkey Forest in Ubud is one of the best places to see monkeys in Southeast Asia. They're everywhere, and the forest is really cool in itself. Elephants in Thailand. If you can find an elephant sanctuary that actually takes care of the elephants and treats them well, then you should spend some time with the elephants in Thailand. Feed them, wash them. It's amazing being next to these huge animals. If you're getting anything out of this, please like this video and subscribe right now. You won't regret it. Now back to the thing. BAGAN is a great place to explore by scooter. It's an ancient city with thousands of pagodas littered throughout the place, and you can drive around and stop wherever you choose to go inside these temples. The BATAD rice terraces are enormous terraces in the mountains with a small hidden village in the center. It's one of the most beautiful and peaceful places I've ever been. El Nido, Palawan is touristy, but the landscape and the beaches are unmatched. Take a boat tour here and see this place and see some of the beaches that are listed as top 5 in the world. Halong Bay might be the best view I've ever had anywhere in the world. This place has islets littered throughout the sea, and you can also climb up Hoa Mountain and get the best, amazing view of the whole place. The Chocolate Hills are hundreds of huge round hills on the island of Bohol, Philippines. No one really knows how these perfectly round hills were formed. You don't get a view like this many places. Scuba diving in Bali. If you can scuba dive, Indonesia has some of the best places in the world to do it. The hanging coffins of SAGADA are impressive. This is one of the few places that people aren't buried but hung up on the side of the cliff. Pagodas and temples are everywhere in Southeast Asia, and you have to see them. Everyone is different, and they're incredible to walk around inside and out. Turquoise waterfalls are all over Southeast Asia. There are thousands. Most notably, I liked KAWASAN Falls in the Philippines, and there are a ton in Indonesia I can't name. Talk to the monks. It's a great thing if you can manage to find a monk to speak to you in your own language. It's really interesting to hear how they view the world. There are many places in Southeast Asia where you can spend a day or even a week with the monks learning from them. Scooter around Ninh Binh, Vietnam. This is one of those unbelievable landscapes in Vietnam where tons of enormous limestone formations jut out of the earth and surround the place. It was a great experience just taking a scooter out all around. The sand dunes of Mui Ne. Mui Ne has jungle, but it also has white and red sand dunes for miles. This is something I really didn't expect to find in a place like Vietnam.